Welcome to AP Television. Today's video is all about aggregate demand, AD, one of the most important concepts in macroeconomics. We'll explore how AD represents the relationship between the overall price level and the total quantity of goods and services demanded in an economy. You'll also learn about the factors that cause AD to shift and how changes in aggregate demand can impact the entire economy. Understanding aggregate demand is essential for analyzing economic fluctuations. Today, we'll discuss the components of AD: consumption, investment, government spending, and net exports, as well as the effects of changes in these components on the economy. Let's get started. So what exactly is aggregate demand? Aggregate demand, AD, refers to the total quantity of goods and services demanded in an economy at various price levels during a specific time period. AD is represented by a downward sloping curve, showing the inverse relationship between price level and quantity demanded. At higher price levels, people demand fewer goods and services because their purchasing power decreases. Conversely, at lower price levels, purchasing power increases and demand rises. There are four key components of aggregate demand: consumption, investment, government spending, and net exports. Let's take a closer look at each one. Consumption, C, the total amount households spend on goods and services. Factors like income, wealth, and consumer confidence can increase or decrease consumption. Investment, I, the spending by businesses on capital goods like machinery and infrastructure. Changes in interest rates and business confidence influence investment. Government spending, G, government expenditures on public services, infrastructure, and defense. Fiscal policy changes can directly affect this component. Net exports, XM, the difference between exports and imports. When a country exports more than it imports, net exports rise, boosting AD. A stronger exchange rate can lower exports and reduce AD. The AD curve slopes downward because of three key effects: the real wealth effect, the interest rate effect, and the exchange rate effect. Real wealth effect. As the price level falls, the purchasing power of people's wealth increases, leading to higher consumption. Conversely, when the price level rises, people feel poorer and cut back on spending. Interest rate effect. When prices go down, interest rates tend to fall, making borrowing cheaper. This encourages businesses and households to borrow and spend more, increasing investment and consumption. Exchange rate effect. Lower domestic price levels make a country's goods and services more competitive abroad, increasing exports and reducing imports. This boosts net exports and increases aggregate demand. While price level changes cause movements along the AD curve, factors unrelated to the price level can cause the curve to shift. For instance, changes in consumption, investment, government spending, or net exports can shift the entire AD curve. Rightward shift. An increase in any component of aggregate demand, such as a boost in consumer confidence or an increase in government spending, shifts the AD curve to the right, indicating higher demand at every price level. Leftward shift. On the other hand, a decrease in these components, such as higher interest rates discouraging investment or decreasing exports, shifts the AD curve to the left, indicating lower demand. Let's look at a real-life example: the Great Recession of 2008-2009. During the financial crisis, the AD curve shifted sharply to the left as consumer confidence plummeted, investment dropped, and unemployment soared. This decline in aggregate demand led to a severe economic downturn, with GDP falling and unemployment rising globally. Government intervention, such as stimulus packages and monetary easing, was necessary to shift the AD curve back to the right and help the economy recover. So, what have we learned today? Aggregate demand is a crucial concept in macroeconomics that helps us understand economic fluctuations. It's influenced by four components: consumption, investment, government spending, and net exports, and its curve slopes downward due to the real wealth, interest, and exchange rate effects. Make sure to subscribe to AP Television for more lessons, and we'll see you in the next video.